Hi Ada Initiative, this is Ariel Matthews. Question 1. Why are you interested in programming? I'm interested in programming because I want to build things. I want to make tools and toys and things my friends can play with and strangers can play with and useful things, and also I want a job in programming. I want to do this for a career. I also want to be part of the community that welcomed me to the Free Rails workshop that I attended recently. That was a wonderful experience, and I want to be part of it and help give back as well. I want to learn so that I can come and help teach. 2. Tell us about a time you had to learn something new. What was it? How did you approach learning it? In hindsight, what would you do differently? I learned how to make glass beads. A couple of years ago, I started learning, and this, as you see, is pretty fancy. In hindsight, what I would do differently is not try to skip to the fancy stuff first. You need a solid foundation in the basics before you can move ahead to doing really fancy stuff. And because of being impatient and trying other stuff too fast, I'm really good at fancy stuff, but not so good at basic stuff. And this applies to anything, programming too. You need a solid foundation in the basics before you try to move on to doing really fancy stuff. 3. Tell us about the last time you made a mistake. If you encountered the situation again, what would you do differently? This is a soap making story. What happened, in essence, is I mixed up scent to make several batches of soap, made 5 one day, had 2 left over for the next day. Didn't label them. They were very different colors. I didn't think it would be a problem. Come the next day, I could tell them apart just fine, but I forgot what one of them was. So by reflex, I started to put in lemon peel powder when it didn't need it. Obviously, this could have been solved by labeling, much like commenting your code. You need to record what you were doing for later, because when you come back to something the next day or weeks later, and if you show it to someone else too, so they can take over from where you were, you may not remember, and they're certainly not going to know. So comment your code and label stuff. Question 4. Why do you think you're the best applicant for Ada? I am passionate about doing this. It means a lot to me to have this opportunity. I love the idea. I think it's wonderful, and I want to see it succeed. I've got a good background for being able to learn this. I have excellent linguistic skills, and I'm good with words and language, and programming is languages as well. The little bit of ActionScript I've done and the Ruby on Rails felt really good and natural, and I want a chance to learn more of this. If you take me on, I will not fail you. I will reward your faith by succeeding and helping you prove this program is viable and is an important thing to exist. So I'm the best applicant because I believe in you too, and I will work hard. Speaking of working hard, taking a year off work or school to learn programming at Ada can feel daunting. How will I stay motivated in the most difficult times? I don't think it really sounds that daunting right now. It's a hard thing to do, but mostly what I feel is excited. I think it sounds amazing. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I will stay motivated because I've got friends and classmates, people to work with me, and people to be part of a community with. And also I can look at the things I've already built. When I'm in this, I can feel like I'm getting somewhere. If I get frustrated, I can look back at what we've already done, how far I've already come, and I can look ahead to more things I want to create. And that, I think, will be a powerful motivator. The most daunting thing is leaving my small business partner to fend for herself, but we've talked about this, and she's a good friend as well as my business partner, so we've talked about how to streamline processes so she doesn't need me anymore, and I can be free to do this. So I am ready. I want to live, eat, and breathe programming and be part of the Ada Initiative. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and thanks for listening.